Hey, Ray from Bridge Marina here. We're doing a review on the Starcraft CX23 bar boat. And this particular boat has a convertible bar. So I'll turn this into a bed in just 1 second, but you can see here real quick, like it's got a seating for 4. These are all removable that can go in and out and create a bar area for you. You also have the option where you can move these all out of the way and very easily convert this into a lounge area. It's usually just a push of a button on each side. This really is not heavy at all. Just lays these down and then creates a nice large lounge area, which is just great. So you have this kind of big area back here you can lay out, or you can convert it into a bar. It just makes a super versatile boat. I have to be honest, this is probably one of the best ideas Starcraft came out with, because it really allows you to do so much with one boat that can appease everybody in the family. Want to go out and entertain? You've got an entertainment boat. Want to go out and just lounge around on a lake? You got a lounger. It's all in one boat. On top of that, these removable seats actually work out well just as a conversation spot when you're sitting back here too. And it just has a lot of space. They really thought out the access around this boat. Makes a nice clear walkway to get out to the swim platform. And you still can make your way around the stern over to the port side, and tons of space over here as well. So this really is a well thought out boat that lets you use everything. I mean, even if you want, you can cross right here too, which is kind of neat. So overall, this is a 23-foot boat. It just feels so much larger. And the nice thing about it as well is once you're back here, these little seats still stay part of the conversation, that when everybody's lounged out, you can still use these bar stools as a seating spot when you're out here swimming or doing whatever you're doing. Has a couple cool features back here, which I like. They put a remote for the stereo back here, which is great. They have speakers back here, cup holders galore. So when you're hanging out back here, I can manage my stereo for back here as well. I gotta say, this is probably one of the better designs that Starcraft has put out in the last few years. Nice feature back here, just for folks to see, is this does come with dual batteries, as well as a voltage sensitive relay, and this DVSR actually controls the batteries to make sure they charge properly, which is a great feature. Now I still can move this seat forward and have a nice seating area up here on the boat. Again, if I'm entertaining or hanging out, captain, co-captain, and probably 3 more people can sit here and, enjoy something to eat or have a conversation. They've used this space over here well for some storage, which is nice. Nothing super, but it's a nice little spot. Some speakers on it as well. Overall, they've created a lot of space in this boat. As I move forward on it, over at my co-captain's chair, again, has their own little storage, like a little glove box, charging ports, cup holder. In front of it is a changing room as well. This pops out and opens up to reveal a changing room, which we've shown in some other videos, which is nice. And the great thing about this, because folks don't use it all that often, but when you need it, it's really convenient to have. But the great thing about this particular one is it tucks away into the back of this chair so that if I'm not using it, it's not taking up any useful space in the boat. In regards to the bow seating, 2 opposing couches up here. One seats 3 persons, the other seats 2. Nice seats, high backs, comfortable. Again, I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I feel comfortable in here. Hitting me high in the shoulders. Really did a great job. I move further forward. I'd say one of the sort of minor issues maybe they have on this boat is there's no forward deck on it. There is just a little tiny one if I need to access port and starboard. But if you're looking for a larger front deck, this boat does not have one. But I have to say, it has just about everything else. Of course, the last place I didn't get to that a lot of folks want to hear about is the Helm. So first off, the Helm has a great storage area underneath. Got some fenders in there right now, but it certainly fits a full-size cooler, or you can put a porta potty or other things in there. It does have great access to the back of the Helm if you want to do any upgrades or have to work on anything. The Helm is pretty comfortable and fully featured. They've done a great job on these CXs, having everything plain view for the operator. I can see my GPS, chart plotter, fish finder over here. I can see all my accessories and buttons on the port side, and all my gauges are plain to see right up front for me. Easy access to my Bluetooth stereo. They've even put a nice convenient glove box here for the operator where I've got all my charging ports. I can put anything I need right in there as well, including my cell phone. This really is an overall well-equipped boat. Feel really comfortable when you're at the helm. I'm gonna take this thing out for a ride and see how it performs. This thing's equipped with 150 horsepower Mercury. However, we typically sell these with 200s, 250s, 300s. It just depends on where your budget is and how fast you want to go, but let's take this 150 for a ride and see how it does. Okay, so now we're out in the water. It's time to review how this bar boat does with this 150 horsepower Mercury. I'm gonna pop this thing up on plane and just see how it handles. And now it's just me in the boat, and this is with an aluminum prop on it. And this thing quickly pops the plane. Pardon me 1 second, I'm just gonna head downwind. It's a little bit windy out here this fall. But it pops right up on the plane, and you can see when I just did that maneuver, where I cranked that wheel pretty hard, and we're running about 16 miles an hour. Handles rather well, and I still have a lot of throttle with this, and a bunch of trim. And this thing's running up to right around 26, 28 miles an hour. Probably gonna top out, it's topping out just around 30, which is just fine for 150 horsepower. 31 actually is where it got to. And I've been out in this boat with a crew of 5 or 6 folks, and it still gets us into the high 20s. And this is a great boat for, let's say, your average family that's looking to come in at a reasonable price, but have a boat that performs pretty well all around. Now, if you're gonna carry a lot of people, and you do want more speed, I highly suggest you think 175, 200, 250, because that's where these boats really run well. And you'll get a lot more top speed and a lot more, I'm going to say, out of the whole shot, and just a little bit more fun with the boat. But with a 150, this is a really well-running boat. It also prices out really well also. And by the way, 150 Mercs are just tried and true engines that very dependable, very good value. So overall, this CX23 is a fun boat. Performs well with a 150. I really can't say too much bad about it, with the exception of, more power, faster, more powerful boat, which is great. But otherwise, this thing runs well. And I've taken these out doing water sports with the family tons of time. A lot of fun. Handles well. That 150 has more than enough power for me. If you're looking for more horsepower, or you want to go faster, I definitely recommend bumping up to a 200 or beyond, and you're going to find it's a much more powerful boat. But otherwise, this is a great boat and a great value. I forget what we're asking for this particular boat, but it's really reasonable for a 24.5 or 25-foot boat with so many options on it. So if you're thinking about getting into boating and you're looking for really a well-rounded triple pontoon, this one would certainly be it. Again, it's equipped with a HMX performance package on it, a 150. It really comes in almost 25 feet long and at a pretty reasonable price. So reach out to us. Glad to help you out with this boat, or if you're looking to get just some education or maybe hands-on training or join the club or maybe just rent a boat, we're here for you. Either way, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you.